Hello everyone, this is Ginger Pana. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to share some crocheting I'm doing. I've been picking up crochet, namely arigurumi, which is crochet toys. It's like a Japanese arigurumi, and most arigurumi is worked in the round, so in circles. Um, so let me give you some history on this is my spam musubis. This is kind of arigurumi-ish. It's not in the round, but it is in rectangles or has corners. But this year I decided to crochet gifts for my grandson's class. And so this is for my older grandson who is 11 years old. He was going back and forth at what he wanted to give his classmates. And so in Hawaii, spam musubi is very popular, especially among the kids. Adults love it too, but we bring it for potluck, for sports, for just snacks. So it's an all-around Hawaii favorite. And so my older grandson, who's 11, he picked spam musubi. And so I went and I looked for a spam musubi pattern. Years and years ago, I did buy a spam musubi at a craft fair, which was crochet, and I thought it was the cutest thing. I've never had a pattern. The one I bought only had spam and the rice ball and a nori around. But when I went on the internet, I buy a lot of patterns for crochet, and this one that I found for this is, her name is, without showing the pattern, let's see, can you see it? Okay, that's her name, Tia Mango. And I'm sure if you search Etsy, you'll be able to find it. But Tia makes a lot of arigurumi patterns. I think she's the one that does a lot of dim sum and sushi patterns as well. But this is how the cover looks like. Okay, so I did follow it. My first one I struggled because you're counting in your crochet and your tension has to be consistent throughout the whole pattern. If not, you get wonky musubi balls, rice balls. But it's a little bit, as I kept doing it, I got used to the first one. Maybe I took it apart 5 times and then I got the hang of it. It's a lot of counting, but other than that, it's a little bit forgiving because it's stacked together, it's wrapped in a nori, and so if there's a little bit inconsistencies, it's okay, but you'll see part of the spam on the top, so you kind of want to make your rectangle shapes more on the little bit perfect side. Now these are going to 11-year-olds and they're probably going to play with it and toss it, so it's a little bit forgiving. So I love this pattern. I have to make 25 musubis. Yes, 25. He has 24 students in the class, and 1 teacher. And so I decided to after I did one to see how it was going to go, I decided to mass produce them. So I ended up making all the spam. This is spam. And this is the tamago, which is egg. So I started to make all of these sets together so that the assembly line would be easy for me. So I'm almost done. I just have 4 more eggs to make and I will be done with this pair. Okay, then I went and I crocheted the musubi, the rice ball. I put a face on it. Okay, and I stuffed it with polyfill. And then comes the nori piece. So it's just a long strip. And I left a long tail so that I could really weave it into my musubi. Okay. And the things that you're going to need that was very useful for me was a crochet hook. So I think this is a J. No, this is a G, 4.5 mm. And I've been collecting these type of crochet hooks. They're ergonomic. They work really well when you're crocheting, and they're a little bit slippery so it doesn't get stuck. I'm not a fan of the other brand that's all metal. especially if I have a lot to crochet. So my second favorite is this one with the grippers on the handle. And I'm left-handed, so my hold of a crochet hook and crocheting is a little bit different. It looks awkward, but it's comfortable for me. Okay. I first got into crochet many years ago. I would say maybe 7 years ago. Some people at work taught me, and over the years, it took me this long. I was dropping it, picking up, dropping it, picking up. And so I have been really enjoying crocheting nowadays this past year. And so it's a really learned experience. I didn't grow up with crochet. My mom did, but I never had the interest of learning. And so it's taken me a really long time. So when you crochet, do very basic things like washcloths, scrubbies, things like that with regular yarn. And then you can move into different types of yarn. So I will come back one day and share all the different types of arigurumi that I've been making. I've also used a stitch marker. This really helps, especially with the kids around. I get interrupted a lot. I used a, what is this called? The needle to weave in your ends, your excess yarn to seal up your stitches. So this part is open and then you have to close it. So I bought a whole pack of this from Amazon. I love this needle. And then I have gazillions of these stitch markers, and this is really important to when you start making sure you end up at the right place. Rubber bands I've used, so I've kind of unorthodox put it together however it fit my needs. So what I do is after I do the musubi and I put the tamago and the spam on the top, I glue it in the center, and then I use the rubber bands in 3 places to hold it while it dries a little. And then I go and I wrap my nodi around it. So this is like the stages. So I did this first, musubi, and then I assemble. And then the last part is the nodi. Now, because my thickness varies from musubi to musubi, it's about the same, but I just don't want to make the nodi strip and I'm short or I'm too long. So you have to make sure it matches perfectly on the bottom. Okay, because I think one of them, my very first one, it might be this one, it overlapped a little and it becomes a little bit bulky. It's okay, but I rather have it perfect. So here are my musubis, my spam musubis. I've been, every time my grandson comes over, they come over from Friday, and he runs in my room and he counts how many musubis I got. And he keeps saying, Gigi, are you gonna make it in time? So I never did not finish something I set out to do. And so I am on a mission to finish this up. And I think I'll make it. I need it in 2 weeks, but then I have my other grandson and I have to do his. And he has chosen another plushie for me to do. And I need 13 for him. And I'll come back to share it later. So here is my spam musubi share. I just wanted to come along. Today is Saturday Morning Makes, satmornmakes. And it is hosted by Jill Norwood. I should have said this in the beginning, but I just realized it's Saturday. You can load and post any time of the week. She's created this Satmornmakes many years ago. This is my first one that I'm going to tag Satmornmakes. So hi Jill, thank you. I really enjoy watching everybody's projects. It really inspires me. And I thought maybe you can do anything. It doesn't have to be paper crafting. You can do anything. So as long as it's handmade, crafty, I think it counts as Satmornmakes. So this is what I am doing for Satmornmakes. Okay, so I will put the hashtag in my description below. So when you search Satmornmakes, you can see many other crafters doing their Satmornmakes projects. And it's hosted by the wonderful Jill Norwood. Okay, everyone, I will see you again really soon. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.